one is, I know the schools don't appreciate. All right, thank you very much. I want really to say few things. And I want to say that wherever you go and find young people, you see the future. You know, change is really more prominent in young people. You know, if you consider myself and this young man, you can see a future in this man than myself. Because this young man can go to school, he can be trained, he can change this country. Myself now, I need actually to go back and take care of my grandchildren. So you know, I would not create much change than me. So wherever we see youth, we talk about the future. And that future should be created. A future is created, you don't sit down and get a good future. Therefore, futures are created. But futures have obstacles. Futures have obstacles. You want to proceed this way, another thing comes in, it inhibits you from getting that success. Now, scenarios that are not discussed properly can kill a whole generation. How many people of your age have not gone to school? Do you know them? Are they among your families and elsewhere here? There are reasons as to why they have not joined school. One of the reasons why they have not joined school is because of insecurities, because of war, is because of conflict. Let me tell you that one of the things that puts people behind is that insecurity. That you cannot move in your own country. From here to Jongle, from here to Chupa, elsewhere. So that stops everything. Let me tell you, it stops medication. In terms of health, it stops education, it stops markets. So we are not going to prosper. Now, UNDP have come up with a program. They are discussing with the government. And let me tell you another thing before I really come to conclude. You know, after war, anywhere else, even when you have mother and father fight, they need what we call mediation. They don't just come together. You see people from the church come or from the mosque. They want to say, why are you fighting? We don't want you to fight. They are talking because their children here who will be affected. They are talking here because they are affecting the future of the people. Now, when there was conflict in this country, a lot of fighting which came from various places with different reasons, most of the young people and the women who have been affected. Therefore, it is not this country that can solve it alone. UNDP is global. There are other global bodies that have come together. They are saying, let us now mediate. Let us talk. Now, the government of the Republic of South Sudan has had a system supported by the partners. It's called Transitional Justice. Now, the word transition, I want you to go home knowing it. What is transition? Somebody could ask me. Who can tell me what transition means? In a normal language. What could be transition? Who can think about it? But you can get it even in Arabic. But let me tell you quickly that the transition means there is point A and there is point B. And you want to join these points. So if point A was the origin, point B is the destination. So we are transiting. Transiting means we are moving from one point to the other. That is what transition is. You were in war, have been affected. That is point A. That is point B, where we want to go. We want to go to a place where there is security, where there is, you know, you can move around, you can do everything, you can go to school, you can do many things. That is point B. Now within this point, that is what we call a transition. Now transitional justice means like this. Those who were affected, whether they lost their properties, they lost life, the government and the partners globally are coming together to say, can we talk and know who exactly was affected? Can we compensate them? Can we find, you know, amicable solutions into it? Now therefore, this is the essence of this UNDP program. Now there is what we call the Commission of Truth, Reconciliation and Healing. It has been formed by the government of South Sudan. They soon are coming around to collect views from the people, from the Republic. And we wanted that you be part of that process. You give your ideas. What do you think about security? What do you think about peace? What can we do so that we really come together, work together, and make this country go back to its original roots? Now, the voices of young people is supposed to feature in that level. That is why we say we have been meeting the communities, but we said specifically today, let us come here and talk with you what the government is doing. That is the next presentation. How is the government prepared to discuss this issue of insecurity so that we have peace and reconciliation in this country? Therefore, as I stop, I want to say this. Your voice is very important. Let me tell you, there are things that you cannot buy, and there are things that you cannot be snatched from. Your voice. You know, you cannot go to buy it, and nobody can take it away from you. If you said it properly, and that's why we have the media here, UNDP have given us a space where we are going to put everything. This will reach everybody, those who are in power, those who matter in this area. Therefore, they start thinking about young people, and they start seeing change as very important. Now, we want to give you just a breakdown of what is taking place, and Mr. Rami will do that. After that, we give you time to also ask questions and give your input. What is your feeling about insecurity, about security and peace and reconciliation? What do you want to tell the government? What do you want to tell the partners? So if your voice comes out like that, we will be very happy, because we are vessels, we are tools to go and present it somewhere for you and for your future. So I want to thank you for finding this time to attend. You are the future. You are the people to save us. So your voice is very important. Listen to this and also give your input so that we can go out there, also talk about it. In another few years, you will see change, and that change will have come from your voice. Voices count. Thank you very much.
I'm by the name Natalie, one of candidates of SINA for this year, science section. So what I want to say is that to our government, to bring peace, they need to come under the ground and see the people, how they are living the life. We the people living in POC, we are suffering indeed. We are suffering lack of education, lack of good life. That is because of what? Because no peace. And the government are looking for peace outside, while they don't know the citizens are suffering. They are saying the peace, but the peace is within the citizen. So they should look down to the ground to their citizens, so they can bring the peace, and they should ask their citizens what they may need for that peace, and what is the peace for those citizens. And we are fighting among each other as a citizen for that one which is calling tribe. And with the peace, we cannot call ourselves as a tribe. We have to be a one nation, one people, so we will have a peace. To be one South Sudanese, no Shuluk, no Denka, no Nwers. We have to be one people, one nation. And that will happen when we believe that we are one nation. We are one South Sudanese. And our government, they should come down and look for those people who are suffering for the war. Thank you.
Okay, as we all know that 2013 there was crisis happened in South Sudan, and that crisis led to tribalism or tribe war. Okay, for example, ask me, Paulino, now. My family has been killed by other tribes. And for me, just I forget about all that. And I get peace with myself. And I have peace with myself. For me to transform my peace to those who kill my father, how can I transform my peace to them? While my father was, or while my family were being killed by them, how can I transform peace?
Okay. These are the difficult questions now this commission is going to answer. But let me tell you, a word reconciliation does not even been given anything. Reconciliation means that you have peace. You, a person that was inflicted in this process. South Africa, people lost life, people lost families. But when there was reconciliation, there were cases that were forgiven. People were called into public and they were told, your people, your property was taken. Are you able to reconcile? Are you able to forgive that? They said yes. That was forgotten. There are those who were compensated. That is why the hybrid bond is there. So now, we don't need much. We don't need to discuss much. What we want to discuss is, have we come to a point that we are going to reconcile? Have we come to the point that we can forget, forgive? That is the point they are looking for. So therefore, we can say we lost, but we have a future. Can we now deal with that future? Could there be atrocities? There is a court which is not going to be here, which will deal with it. So when you give your statement, they will record and say, okay, your statement qualifies to this level. Now you will be given opportunity to give more evidence. Or your statement belongs to this of forgiving and forgetting. So that is the level. So that one cannot belong to us, but it belongs to that committee. When they are coming with those lawyers, they are coming with those judges. You will now say those things, and later there will be a process. But what they are dealing with fundamentally is that can people forget? Can people be reconciled? You know, like Wanis is saying, peace is within you. You have peace, you can go back and start other things. So,
okay, thank you. This is a very proud school. Okay, as the today's meeting is talking about peace building, it's also the day of people who are expecting since years back. Okay, according to me that through the organizations that are working in the country, I can experience that for the peace to come in this country, it's not only the government's role, but in all our respective contributions so that we can bring up peace. But I have some questions across that. My first question is, how will peace be in this country, yet no schools, universities or colleges that are teaching people the importance of peace? That's one. My second question is, we know from 2013 up to now, the country is still experiencing conflict. Before conflict resolution, how will the peace be in the country? And we know that without conflict resolution, two things are involved. Either things remain the same or they get worse. My third question is, till now, no respect for human and children rights. Human rights like freedom of movement, free and fair trial, and the right to access information. Human beings find it in this country, they find it very difficult to move from here to next state, from here to another state, others ending up there. Also, fair trial, as you go to courts of law in this country, in this country, you might find them talking that, are you from Deng's family? Yes. Your case is out. When the person has committed this crime. Also, right to access information. It's everyone's right to access information. If the citizens are not seeing the transparency of the government, it's their right to feel with the strategy and the system to talk about this region. But in this country, everything about that is ignored. Okay, thank you.
Your name, please. You can mention your name. Name.
Okay, I'm called Robert.
Thank you.
Okay, my last question is, there was an organization which has said that it was formed in 2018. I didn't take that.
oh, the